lifestyles and healthy living. And our special guest in this segment is Shobee Jacelon, an advocate for healthy lifestyle. Good morning and welcome, Shobee.
Good morning.
Welcome.
How are you this morning?
I'm fantastic.
It's lovely to meet you. Well, you have this aura about you that is very infectious, a really nice energy about you. Tell us about your thrust in terms of healthy lifestyle, because different people have so many different approaches to healthy lifestyles.
Well, first of all, my background, Paul, is in information science and technology, because part of my working experience was at Cariri for 8 years. And what I did there was to disseminate technical information. And what I think is important for the public out there is to educate and inform. There's a lot of confusing information. So what I do is I literally read a lot in the area of nutrition now, which is 15 years. And I put things together, and I love sending information out to people. So I am an advocate of healthy lifestyles, and I'm talking about everything in terms of tips and guidelines and techniques for the average person. I'm not talking about specialized markets here of people who are in that field per se, but a lot of the customers that come to my store, for instance, need to be informed about basic things on nutrition, on feeding, on what are the right foods to eat, what are the good carbs, the bad carbs, in terms of the glycemic index, what that means, also things like what are the parameters for good health, in terms of educating people on where their lipid profile, if you look at a lipid profile, what is the LDL, the HDL, the VLDL, all these fancy terms.
Now, the internet is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
It has opened up so much access to information, but then there's so much information coming at us. How does someone like yourself decide this is valid, or this is invalid, or this is really good, or this may have side effects down the road, in terms of adding validity to your thrust in giving out that kind of information?
Coming from a background in research, Paul, what I have found is you look at the credibility of the research. You look at the sources of information. I mean, if you see things in PubMed, for instance, which is a public medical database. I mean, when I started Caribbean, we looked at Medline, some of the medical databases. So you want to look at the credibility of your information research based on that. What I have found is, even though people today are very much into the internet, we still get a lot of people over 50 coming to our stores. And believe it or not, in Trinidad, even though you have that very professional internet type of customer, we still have people who need to be informed and educated about simple things in simple ways. So I tend to look at information from the credibility of the sources, and I try to spit that out to the average person in a simple format.
But for those people who like to do the research adventure on their own, where are the good resources to be found on the internet? Because you've got, WebMD, you've got Answers.com, you've got all of these other websites, one. And two, every so often you see this amazing product being mentioned. Oh, this is literally the fountain of youth and all of that, and you can live forever or close to it if you take this particular product. And there's always a doctor so and so attached to it, and people have a tendency to think that, well, okay, if a doctor so and so is attached to this, then this is okay. But sometimes they're being hoodwinked, aren't they?
First of all, I would say to you that there is a lot of information out there on the net, as you said. There are fantastic products out there, Jessie. Part of the challenge is that, first of all, people can't find them, people get confused. So we tend to look at, for instance, a patent registration. I came across a product recently that has 77 international patents associated with it. When you see something like that, it tells you that there's a lot of credibility here. When you look at information, for instance, this book that I've just read, and I'm reading actually because I've read this one, I'm reading this one. This one is on glutathione. When you see the references at the back, there are 100,000 articles, 100,000 articles on this topic of glutathione. There are lots of good antioxidants out there, but glutathione is going to be the next big one out there, Jessie, and it's supported by 100,000 articles on the internet, as well as this particular product arising out of glutathione, which is Immunocal. This has 77 international patents. So when you see that kind of credibility of research, you say, wow, this has something to it.
Now, when you see glutathione, it's a big word for the layperson.
Yes, it is.
And the entire book says the key to your health.
Yes.
What is glutathione, and what does it do for our bodies?
Okay. First of all, glutathione is a microprotein in your body. Everybody has glutathione from the moment you're born. Unfortunately, as we age and as we're exposed to a lot of pollution, X-rays, a lot of things that we eat, negative things, saturated fats, all the negatives in our atmosphere, we tend to deplete. Stress depletes your glutathione levels. So glutathione is a microprotein in your body that has to be continually built. But glutathione cannot be built unless it's supplied by 3 critical amino acids. 2 of them are easy to combine in food, but the third one, which is bonded cysteine, is an amino acid which is necessary to build the glutathione from these 3 amino acids. So the crux here is to get something like a source of this amino acid into your system to build the glutathione. But getting back to your question, glutathione basically aids, and that's how you remember it. It's AIDE. The A stands for antioxidant, because glutathione is an antioxidant that your body produces naturally. But it's a master antioxidant, and the reason is it's able to get other antioxidants, and there are lots of good antioxidants out there, Jessie. There's green tea, there's wheatgrass, there's blueberry, strawberry, raspberry, grape, apple, pear, cherry, all these, blue, red fruit, all of these are good antioxidants.
From natural sources.
From natural sources. Fruits and vegetables are antioxidant sources. But what this does, it allows those antioxidants to work better because it recycles, repairs, and recharges them. And then there's the I, which is the immunoboost, because glutathione is really an immunoboosting property. And this product that I have called Immunical helps to boost the immune system by being the precursor or building block for glutathione. The D is the detoxification, which means that it detoxifies pollutants. You know, you hear about mercury poisoning, lead poisoning, cadmium poisoning, all the different things that we're exposed to. We don't even know the permissible levels for these things that we inhale and ingest on a daily basis. And what this product is able to do, it helps you detoxify at the cellular level on a daily basis. And the E factor is energy, because what this product is able to do, it engages the mitochondria at the cellular level, and it causes it to be an energizing, because it's part of that pathway of energy production.
Okay. The skeptics listening to this would say, this is too good to be true, and I can't believe that one little thing can do all of that work. How can I trust what you're saying?
Go on the internet right now, type in the word glutathione, Google it as a matter of fact, and you will see about 100,000 articles from journals that have talked about glutathione going back 100 years.
You know she's Googling it, right?
Of course. And I'm glad you are, because the challenge, Jessie, is even though you could find that information on the internet, the reality was they couldn't find a way of boosting the glutathione, because if you ate, for instance, a glutathione supplement, it would digest. The trick was to produce it in your body naturally. And to do that, as I said, you needed the 3 amino acids, and one of which is the bonded cysteine. It's a very fragile amino acid. To get bonded cysteine in your diet on a daily basis, for instance, you would have to eat 5 pounds of raw meat, or you'd have to eat a tray of cruciferous vegetables. Wow. 2 trays of raw eggs, or 2 gallons of raw unpasteurized milk. So the challenge was, how do you get a source of bonded cysteine? And this gentleman here, Dr. Gustavo Bunos, whose book is Breakthrough in Cell Defense, this guy's 25 years of research out of the University of Montreal, came out of Italy, and he did a lot of interesting research, Jessie, on elemental diets. And what that was basically is, how do you treat patients who come out of surgery sick? And what you do is you feed them the basic building blocks of good nutrition. That was his area of interest. And in doing that, a Swiss company saw what he was doing and said, Dr. Bunos, we've got this whey that we normally dump. Have a look at it and see if there's anything of value in there. Jessie, he fed it to rats. These rats had low immune systems. They had cancer cells. He put these rats on this whey product, and their immune system just boosted by 80%.
Now you're saying glutathione and the product has 77 US patents on it.
The product is Immunical. This has 77 international patents.
The first thing skeptics again would ask is, what has the FDA been in terms of passing this product, and what has the research been in terms of possible side effects, or negative side effects? Here's
the thing. Food and Drug regulates drugs. So Food and Drug approvals basically look at drugs and they look at all the clinical research. By the way, they're doing clinical tests on this on stage 4 cancer patients right now, lung cancer. This is considered a food by the FDA. But what this company did is they put in FDA certified, 2 FDA specifications in their manufacturing. So even though it is not required by the FDA to be approved, because it's not a drug, they use FDA certified manufacturing for the development of this product. Do you understand the difference?
So it actually falls within, even though it doesn't have to be, they're not obliged, it falls within some FDA regulations.
They comply. What they call it is an FDA certified laboratory for preparation, for pilot production, and for macro production of the product.
So they've aligned themselves to certain protocols?
Of course, yeah.
Now, the next question that everyone would ask is, where can I get it, and how much will it cost me, and how long would I have to use it for before I actually see results?
I marketed Jessamy. This is something that I discovered in December of last year, because I was very, my concept is that if I could show people 1 or 2 good nutrients, you know, that they could take on a daily basis for good health. There's a lot of confusion in the market. There's so many things out there that people get confused and spend a lot of money, foolishly. What I found last year was a company out of Montreal, which not only provided this product, which is registered here with the Food and Drug Authorities, which is the Immunocal, but they also have a range of other products, not 1 million, about 10. And there's a good multivitamin mineral in there. There's a good omega with turmeric as well as CoQ10. There's a good product for men, which is for prostate health and sexual function. And we could go on to a few select products. So what I'm saying to you is we're offering people a solution to good health by giving them choices that we have researched and we think that could help them on a daily basis. How long do you use a product and what is the price of it? What I would say to you is, what do you put on your health? What priority do you put on your health? A lot of us spend a lot of money foolishly. Think about it. New drapes every year. We're busy polishing our cars. We get new outfits all the time. When it comes to our health, we neglect our health.
Have there been any negative side effects identified?
This is food. This is amino acids. This product here is 22 amino acids. What they have in here is your body needs 22 amino acids to be in great health, including what they call the branched chain amino acids, which bodybuilders know help with muscle development. But it also includes that very fragile bonded cysteine, which is a precursor to glutathione production in your body. No side effects. This is protein.
Is it contraindicated to any types of medicines people may be taking or any conditions they may have?
I'm so glad you asked that, because this is one of the products that actually does not contradict. This is a product, there's some stories I've heard about this product last year that got me really excited. I've heard stories of people who are on medication, cancer. There was a guy with cancer, stage 4 cancer. They were basically about to put this guy to rest. And the doctor, who was his oncologist, saw the research because the son wanted his father to be on this product. And you wouldn't believe this story, because this is what drew me into this product. They put this guy on 6 packs a day. He's now, and he was not walking, he wasn't talking, he was supposed to be buried. What they started doing is, he's now down to 1 pack a day, Jessamy, and he's climbing the hills of Paramin at 79. When I heard a story like that, I said, wow. In terms of affordability, what I always tell people is this. I said, listen, yes, you put a priority on your health, but yes, it is a Rolls-Royce product. So what do? You could buy a few packs. You could buy 10 packs. You don't have to buy the whole box. If you break this product down and just buy maybe 10 packs, boost your glutathione levels, and then, okay, that's about what I could afford this month.
Should one consult one's doctor before starting this?
I would say 2 things to you on that point, Paul. One is, do doctors know everything about nutrition? Do they have the research? Do they have the science? Do they do the due diligence in researching? Secondly, of course you should, but make sure your doctor's informed.
Okay, so this amazing product, there are people who will want to find out how they can get their hands on it and how they can get more information from you about it. So let's provide them with that data.
I could give you my website if you want to go and research it right now. That's immunotech.com/lifestyle solutions. immunotech.com/lifestyle solutions. Or they could just pop down. We have a store in Town Center Mall on the ground floor. Do I give a number? I have one in Chagonis as well, in Center City Mall, in the food court. Lifestyle Solutions. You just go in and ask for whatever you want. It could be information. We do give free information as well. You can, if you want, trying to think of the other contact number.
Okay.
Yeah.
But your stores are in Town Center Mall,
yes,
and also in Chagonis.
Yes, yes. In Chagonis, in Center City Mall, in the food court upstairs, and in Town Center Mall on the ground floor, Lifestyle Solutions.
Lifestyle Solutions.
Yes. And I could give a number if you want, but I don't know if you want to do that.
Yes, please, give a number.
764-6137.
764-6137.
That's right.
So that's the magic number to dial to get more information about you know, some amazing products that could help you have a better quality of life and better health. Thank you so much, Lifestyle and Healthy Lifestyle